Good morning. I'd like to call to order today's meeting of the May 16th Public Facilities Commission.
Good morning,
start off with the Public Facilities Department.
Sure. Good morning, Commissioners. This morning, the first item that we have on the agenda is the April 11th, 2018 meeting minutes. We have meeting minutes for the Public Facilities Department and also separate meeting minutes for the Department of Neighborhood Development. Present at that meeting were both Commissioners Irish and Commissioner Mamoli. I ask if there is a motion to approve the minutes as prepared.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Hold on one second, and I would like to also, in the interim here, just recognize one very dedicated member of the staff here, Colleen Daly, who has been a 20-year veteran of this organization, has brought us really to new heights and a new level, is recognized by Mass Lawyers Weekly as one of only 2 paralegals in the state. And I know she's embarrassed right now because she never wants to talk about herself, but I think it's wonderful, and I think we should give her a round of applause. Thanks for all you do, Colleen. Thank you. Next up, sorry, Angela, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair Craven. We are most proud of Colleen Daly, and her work is certainly commendable. She does yeoman's work, and we're very grateful to have her with us. So, as we move forward, noted for the record are the April 11th, 2018 meeting minutes for both D&D and PFD that were just approved by the Commission. Beginning this morning, we begin with the Public Facilities Department. There are 2 vote requests on the agenda. Today with us is Scott Dupree. He is a project manager with the Public Facilities Department, and also Brian McLaughlin, who's Chief of Staff. Vote number 1 is going to be presented by Brian McLaughlin. Vote number 1 concerns a delegation of authority to the Property Management Department for the City of Boston to act as the awarding authority to procure a Mass General Law Chapter 149, Sections 44A through 44J construction project associated with the City of Boston Law Department's repair project. Brian, if you'd present the vote request, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Commissioners. The request before you this morning is for approval of a delegation of authority to the City of Boston's Property Management Department to perform repairs estimated to cost approximately $409,000 to the city's law department over at City Hall. On January 10th of this past year, a water pipe burst in City Hall, causing significant water damage to the city's law department. The damage impacted the lower 2 feet of the gypsum wallboard in areas of the office, as well as a significant area of the carpeting. You can see in the floor plan to your left the areas that are impacted. The scope of the repair work includes removing the lower 2 feet of the wall and replacing the carpet in the impacted areas, then going back and painting the wall once the repair work is complete. There's also some asbestos removal that will be performed, as asbestos was found in various areas of the joint compound as well as the carpet mastic. The Property Management Department has care and custody of City Hall and regularly performs maintenance and repair work throughout the building. This work associated with the damaged area in the law department is repair work in nature and typically would not be addressed by the Public Facilities Department. However, the magnitude of the impacted area and the cost associated with the repairs is over $150,000, thus triggering Chapter 149 bidding, which would require bids from sub-bid contractors as well as general contractors. The Public Facilities legal team has assisted members of the Property Management Department in creating procurement documents and contract language relative to this method of bidding to make sure compliance with Chapter 149 bidding. In addition, the Public Facilities Department has also offered to the Property Management Department one of our house doctor architectural firms, and they will be assisting with the design of this project. Property Management Department has the capability and the capacity to perform this work over at City Hall. And as a result of the foregoing, I respectfully request your approval of the delegation of authority to the Property Management Department to act as the awarding authority for this Chapter 149 project at the City Hall offices. Thank you for your time to this matter, and I'd gladly answer any questions that you may have.
Any questions from the commissioners?
No questions.
I would move that we vote in favor of this.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you. Vote number 1 is approved. Vote number 2 is presented by Scott Dupree. Scott, if you'd adjust the slide. Thank you. Scott is a project manager too. This is an amendment to the vote request of August 18th, 2016 regarding a contract with the Vertex Companies Incorporated to provide owner's project manager services associated with the Massachusetts School Building Authority's 2017 Accelerated Repair Program, also known as an ARP, at 7 Boston Public Schools. These schools are located in Dorchester, East Boston, Roslindale, and Roxbury. This is an increase to the contract of $573,350. There's also connected to this vote a vote number 3. It concerns the same 7 schools, the same project with the MSBA. And I'll read that vote out as well. Vote number 3 is an amendment to the vote of August 18th, 2016. This matter regards a contract with SLAM Collaborative, Inc. to provide design and construction administration services associated with the Massachusetts School Building Authority's Accelerated Repair Program at 7 Boston Public Schools located in Dorchester, East Boston, Roslindale, and Roxbury. The request is an amendment to increase the contract to $733,866. That's an additional increase. There's a request before the commission for votes 2 and 3 to be presented jointly with a separate roll call thereafter, since this concerns one and the same project, with vote number 2 being for the owner project manager services and vote number 3 being for the design services. Would that be agreeable with the commission?
Sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Scott, if you would present votes 2 and 3, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Commissioners. As mentioned, my name is Scott Dupree, and I'm here today to request the Commission's approval to amend an executed project management service contract with the Vertex Companies, Inc., and a design construction administration services contract with the SLAM Collaborative, Inc., associated with the Mass School Business Authority 2017 Accelerated Repair Programs at the 7 schools. I last appeared before the Commission on October 26, 2017, when the Commission voted to approve the award of a complete project management service contract and a design and construction administration services contract for this project to Vertex and SLAM, respectively. The Accelerated Repair Program is for facilities in which the scope of work is limited to the replacement of roofs, windows, and boilers. The program focuses on extending the useful life of structurally sound buildings that are capable of supporting the required educational program for a particular school. To expedite project delivery, the MSBA assigns an OPM and designer to districts who are invited into the ARP program. During the life of an ARP project, districts are required to fund appropriate funds 2 times. First, upon initial invite into the program, you have 60 days to appropriate funds for the feasibility study through schematic design. Upon approval of the schematic design, a district is given 90 days to appropriate the balance of the funds to support SD through construction. The following 7 schools have been approved by the MSBA. The William Russell Elementary School in Dorchester will be doing a roof replacement. The Up Academy in Dorchester, which is formerly the John Marshall School, will be doing a window replacement. The U.R. O'Donnell Elementary School in East Boston will be performing a boiler replacement. East Boston High School will be doing a boiler replacement. At the Charles Sumner Elementary School in Roslindale, we'll also be completing a boiler replacement. At the Maurice Tobin School in Roxbury, we'll be doing a boiler replacement. And lastly, at the James P. Timilty School in Roxbury, we were going to be performing a boiler replacement. For the schools before you today, this process starts in February of 2017 with the submission of a statement of interest to the MSBA. In July of 2017, the City Council appropriates $600,000 for the feasibility study and schematic design. In September of 2017, the MSBA assigned the consulting team of SLAM and Vertex to us. And in October of 2017, Vertex and SLAMs were approved by the Commission. During the feasibility study in December of 2017, the City of Boston removed the Timilty Middle School for further consideration, as it was determined that the project does not meet the guidelines of the Accelerated Repair Program. In February of 2018, Boston, with SLAM and Vertex, submitted the schematic design to the MSBA for 5 of the 6 schools before you today. In April 10th of 2018, the MSBA approved the schematic design for the projects and sets the budget for the 5 schools at $9,486,511, of which the MSBA will reimburse upwards to $5,870,000. In order to meet the construction on the 4 boilers and 1 roof project in the summer of 2018, the Marshall Up Academy K-8 window project will come before you sometime this summer, as the due diligence with the investigatory work on the windows, along with the lead time associated with the windows, will push construction of the project into summer of 2019. The schematic design was submitted to the MSBA on May 9th, and the MSBA board approval is anticipated in June of 2018. So this sets into play a 90-day period for the city to appropriate the balance of funds to support these projects. These projects will be funded through a bond authorization of the City Council, thus requiring 2 votes of the City Council, spaced 2 weeks apart, and then a 20-day public comment period prior to the funds being available. On March 21st, 2018, the bond authorization request was introduced to the City Council. On March 27th, 2018, the matter was heard before the Ways and Means Committee, and the report was favorable. On March 28th, 2018, the first vote of the City Council was held, and on April 11th, 2018, the second vote of the City Council. Funds were available 20 days after the vote was done. Now that the funding allocation is complete, we are now able to ask for the amendment of the OPM and designer to continue for design development through the construction completion and closeout. The increase of the cost of services for Vertex will total $603,350, and the increase of cost for the services for SLAM will go to $992,666. These are negotiated fees based on a number of schools included in the scope of services, and the fee arrangement is established by MSBA practices and directive to the district. Lastly, the funds requested are approved by the city's Office of Budget Management, as further explained and verified with supporting documentation in the project background memo. Thank you for your time and review of this vote request. At this time, I would be pleased to answer any questions, and I welcome the opportunity.
Thank you, Scott. Any questions from the
Thank you.
commissioners?
No question.
No questions. Thank you for your presentation. I make a motion that we approve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and the motion is to approve votes 2 and vote 3.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. And I just note for the record that this is an amendment in vote number 2 to the last vote, which took place on October 26th of 2017 for the Vertex Companies Incorporated. As well, this is an amendment to the vote on October 26, 2017 to the SLAM Collaborative Inc.'s contract. Thank you. That concludes the vote request before us for the Public Facilities Department. Is there a motion to adjourn this portion of the meeting?
Motion to adjourn this portion of the meeting.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.